face nowadays is that we are unwilling to turn from our stubborn ways. But years ago, this was...
Hey guys, this is Tyler. We have another quick segment here to do for the tour podcast. So I've got Mike with me, our guitarist. I'm looking at pedals and how guitarists route them and build something unique out of a bunch of different pieces of electronics to make their guitar sound exactly how they want. But I thought maybe we would get a little more specific because on this tour, this is the first time we're playing both of the brand new songs that aren't on the EP, Grinding Teeth and one that was untitled that we're now referring to as Pieces until we come up with a final title. So I was thinking that Mike could share specifically what he uses on those songs to get the sounds that he gets for specific parts and how we achieve the final product on stage and live.
Yeah, I would love to. So for Grinding Teeth and for the song Pieces, I used all the same pedals. I haven't really added anything to my pedal board in the last about 6 months, but what it consists of is, of course, a Snark tuner, which also serves as a kill switch at times.
So what's a kill switch when you're talking about guitars?
A kill
I don't know what
switch
that means.
cuts off all outgoing signal to the amp. It goes guitar, pedals, amp. My tuner is in the front of my pedal board, which means when I click that on, it cuts off all signal and only takes in what the guitar puts into it. And then that's how I tune it, without making a sound that everyone can hear. So a kill switch cuts off all the signal and just makes it dead silent, no buzz, no hum, no nothing. So I start off with that. I got an AC booster from Exotic Pedals. That's my newest addition.
An exotic pedal for an exotic gentleman.
Yes, and that is just gives a
Too
bass.
bad it was wasted on someone so non-exotic.
I am not exotic. I'm actually Polish, which is just Eastern European. It's not Amazonian or any of that good
It is
stuff.
just Eastern European.
Followed it up with the Blues Driver. Now, I like blues.
No, these are all names of pedals, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so there's a pedal called a Blues Driver.
Right, I followed it up with the Blues Driver pedal. So the AC Booster pedal and the Blues Driver together give it that thickness, give the sound that I want, that intensified, distorted, crunchy sound. Now, after those pedals are in, I have 2 reverbs and a delay that I back all the sound up with. Now reverb, it gives it that echoey sound, it gives it that full sound, but it doesn't produce the same sound over and over again. Whereas the delay literally echoes the sounds that I make on the guitar. That being said, when I stack 2 reverbs on it, for songs like Framework or songs like Grinding Teeth and Pieces, it gets it really, really big and strong. And I love that sound. That's the sound I really love. It's that, it's dark, it's big, but it's also almost bright in the aftermath of it and the after effect of the reverbs and delays, which I love that. That's what I aim for, and that's why I probably took a good couple weeks of rearranging my pedal board and switching pedals around in it, because when you rearrange pedals, you get different effects from them. So that order that I gave you, that's after times and times of trying it and falling in love with a specific sound.
Would you say that, and that was while you were, you mean trying that since the time that we started meeting to form what became Lustera?
Right.
Okay.
For the last 8 months, I had all the pedals that I named. So that's when I was really experimenting, finalizing the sound. But yes, from the beginning, September 2015, I've been messing.
Would you say, okay, so at what point, how long ago was it that you ended up at the current arrangement of pedals?
About 8 or 9 months ago.
Okay, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And you might have changed settings, but it sounds like it's basically been set since then, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that what there is now, this is until something new comes in or we write something that calls for something new, what is sitting in front of you at your feet now on stage, that is more or less the Lustera setup, right?
Well, I definitely have something to say about that. So the one pedal I didn't mention is the Line 6, the big green monster. And
He's going to tell a story now that is one of my favorite
Yeah.
stories. I know it's coming. You might. I will say this: you might have heard us in the past reference or say to each other, "You use a line 6 with a wave," and we say it in sort of a condescending way. There's a story behind that. So I think that's what Mike's about to tell.
so we were playing at Skeletoon's Lounge, one of our first shows on a tour.
It was actually the first show on a tour. But
Yeah.
It's the first time we played away from home.
Yeah.
We were
And
very late.
right before the show, as we were setting up, because we got there a little bit late because of traffic, thank you, Chicago, as I was setting up my pedal board, the band before us walks up and says, "Oh man, that's some nice stuff on there. I really love that Fox pedal. Is that the Wave?" And I said, "Yeah, and that's my reverb and delay together." And I said, "Yeah, dude, I love this." And he's like, "Oh, dude, I love that too, but you're mixing that with the Line 6? Like, Line 6 and the Wave? Like, oh, what the heck?" And mind you, this is right before a show.
Right.
I'm getting
first
ready,
show.
and someone's bashing my pedal board, and I'm loving it because I'm kind of laughing to myself, but I'm just like, dude.
Yeah, well, it was our first. It wasn't our first show ever, but it was our first time being away from home. And Mike is being very generous because I will tell you that the way the guy actually said it was 100 times more condescending. Like it was like he wanted us to know that he thought that we were completely illegitimate because like he was like, it's like, dude, you mix a line 6 with a wave, like sounding like a complete, I'm just gonna say douchebag, like because that's really what it was.
Yeah, he was acting like a jerk.
And so now he was a total jerk. So now like everywhere we go though, we've always referenced that ever since as a joke. So you might hear us say that to each other, and it sounds like we're being mean,
Yeah.
but we're really just mocking that guy. I'm like, dude, you mixing a line 6 with a wave again? What an idiot. So
Yeah, but that brings me back to Line 6. Now, I got that, and it does a great job producing what I want, that delay, that echo. But Fox pedals, they give me the unique sound of that big booming brightness after that dark, intensified distortion that other pedals bring. But I'm actually planning, they're making a pedal called the Novaplex, and I'm so pumped for it. I've been waiting for way too long for it. It was supposed to be out already. But I'm going to replace my Line 6 with that. So, the joke's still going to be there and the story is going to remain. But the big green pedal is going to be gone. So I won't get any garbage for it anymore.
and what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna sell it? Is that something that that anyone listening that's a guitar player might be able to?
No, I was thinking of going by the train tracks and kind of doing with the pennies. You know, when the train runs over, they
Except
bend
instead
them.
of pennies,
It's the Line 6 pedal. Yeah.
And then you derail a train and.
Yeah, I think that would happen.
Okay.
No, if you want to buy it, let me know, bud.
I don't play guitar, but I'm just saying, like, if you're getting rid of it, there might be someone listening who wants it.
Well, the listeners.
But if you mix it with a wave, you're a total idiot.
Right. But you're also an idiot like me, so I guess it's a bad thing or a good thing. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. So, yeah, awesome, cool.
That's the rundown, and
What about your amp? You didn't talk about your amp.
I didn't. You're right. Or my guitar. But that's my main thing is the pedal board. It gives it a lot of sound. The amp itself, it is a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, and I actually love that amp. It gives a great tone, and it has
Also,
custom,
his nickname in high school, Hot Rod Deluxe.
Yeah, Fender Hot Rod Deluxe actually.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Right.
You're embellishing a little bit now. I only wanted to give them the bare facts that your nickname was Hot Rod Deluxe.
Hot Rod Deluxe. But it has a custom speaker in there, 12-inch speaker produced by Fender before they changed to Celestions, which it gives an awesome tone. And then I play through a 50th anniversary Stratocaster made in U.S. That's for all that I know. Doesn't say made in Mexico, and I'm okay with that. Bought it at a pawn shop about 5 years ago, and I fell in love with it right there. And actually, people comment that I play through a Strat and play what we play.
Yeah, I've heard people say, like, wow, like those sounds were coming out of the Strat. But I mean, it's a combination of the Strat and your pedals and your amps. It's the whole package, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, all those three things mixed, I do have to tell you what my favorite tone is and what song it's on. And what songs it's on, actually. Now, when I get this tone, I switch my Strat pickups to the neck pickup, which gives it a really warm and jazzy sound. I have my exotic pedals on there, which is just that boost of crunch, and I have a bunch of delay and reverb on there, and it gives this creamy, sustained, beautiful sound. And I played with that setting, that exact setting, for the bridge of Q Continuum, the spoken word bridge, and I also play it for pieces when it goes into the more atmospheric, echoey part.
And that's weird because, or not weird, interesting, because I can, sitting where I'm sitting behind the kit, I can hear the different sounds you use. And when we started playing the new song live, my phone's going off. When we started playing the new song live, Pieces or Untitled or whatever it's going to end up being called, like the bridge that he's talking about on that song, it immediately reminded me of Q Continuum for that reason. I'm like, this sounds like that part.
Yeah.
And that, not that the notes or the composition sound like that part, but that the tone of the guitar did, and now it makes total sense. It's because he's using the exact same settings. So.
Yep, and that is just my favorite tone to get out of the entire rig. So.
Yep. All right, cool, man. Awesome. Say goodbye to people.
If you guys have any more questions about that, I'd love to talk gear with you. I know basically very little, but what I have and what I've used, I know a lot about and I love. So let me know if you like a particular sound that I play. I'd really love to hear that.
And if you hate it, especially tell him that.
Honestly, I'd rather hear critique like that. So.
All right. That's it. Goodbye.
Bye.